What a week it's been, fellas. Wow, this week has been crazy with stock markets and crypto and everything in general, but what about Magic? Is it tanking too? Yeah, it kind of had a downtrend this week, but not that bad. Kind of a very minor downtrend compared to everything else. So remaining quite stable. All right, let's look at the standard changes here in this week's episode of Finance Friday. And just a reminder, this is all for entertainment. Invest at your own risk. It's not my fault, etc., etc. Don't sue me. All right, well, let's just look at it. We're looking at weekly stuff. Now, I'm going to give some of my opinions on a few of these cards because I have played some standard and kind of done some research on the new stuff and how it's going. So we'll talk about some a little bit, but let's just start from the top here. Old Gnawbone keeps climbing. The card's awesome. It's not going to stop being awesome. Creates treasure tokens. It creates a lot of them. 7 CMC for a 7/7 flying dragon that creates you treasures on combat damage is still pretty good. Maybe not in standard, maybe not in any form of competitive, but it is so fun in Commander. So not surprised that this is going up, but I'm kind of wondering, like, where's the top end of this thing? Well, I haven't seen it on any deck list. I don't know who's actually playing it or what's going on here. So, but still a cool card. All right, Ledger Shredder. This one's just been tearing up in all the competitive stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's super good. What would you expect? All right, it just does a lot of things. Scheming Seer seems to be doing good. The Connive stuff is just so good because it's draw discard and it really enables a lot of Reanimator graveyard shenanigans at really no downside. So yeah, an offer you can't refuse. This counterspell keeps going up. It's up to almost $7, $6.50. It's an uncommon in New Capenna. Wow. I opened a box, which I haven't posted the video yet because I was really cranky and said a lot of things I probably shouldn't have. I might post eventually, but yeah, I only pulled one of these in my whole box, which kind of blew my mind. And I'm noticing that my mic is really loud, so we're going to take it down a bit. Let's see, maybe that'll be a little bit better. All right, Unlicensed Hearse. It's, yeah, it kind of goes along with these Connives in a way, because it's like the counter to the Connive graveyard shenanigans right here on a little 2-drop thing that turns into a big beater. It's only $2, but if it keeps climbing, this could be a good one. Goldspan going up a little bit. Little Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Holding steady at 7. I think it went down and back up. I don't know. Zorn, this is something I hypothesized would be really good when Forgotten Realms originally came out. And I was really surprised it was like a 50-cent card for so long, but it's now up to $6. It only gets better with time. It literally only gets better as time goes on. I think this is kind of one of the unseen bombs that's going to see a lot of play in the future. Chandra, Dressed to Kill. Yeah, she is what she is. She's still at 30-some bucks. Kind of crazy. The Blazing Sky. This dragon is awesome. All right, real quick, I just want to talk about Ob Nixilis, the Adversary. A lot of people play in this card. A lot of people hypothesize, and it was the biggest card in the set. I am hypothesizing, predicting that this card is going to continue to tank because, quite frankly, it's not a good card. It's not a very good Planeswalker. What generally happens here is you pay a bunch of mana, you drain your opponent a tiny bit, and then they kill you and you lose the game because all you've got is this Planeswalker that can do a little bit of draining and no real board state. Sure, he can create devils to protect himself, but they're almost too small and insignificant to actually protect him. And the big payoff for keeping him alive is you keep your drain going, which isn't too bad, but it's just like not that impactful. I don't think it's like, it rarely wins games. It seems like it's more of like just a meh thing. It doesn't enable any big combo, anything like that. All right, well, I don't know what else there is to say about it, but let's check out Modern real quick, see how Modern's doing. What the heck is this? We're seeing some new cards on here. Ashling the Extinguisher. This is brand new on here, up to about $10. Haven't seen this card for 4 for 4. They just have to sack stuff if it does combat damage. Okay. Bronze Bombshell keeps going up to 18 something now. All right, whatever. I'm waiting for the time when these go back down, but this is kind of an interesting card. I don't know if it's good or not yet in you know, that whatever deck, but alright, well, Overgrown Tomb, Ulamog, Infinite Gyre, Angel of Jubilation, Doubling Season, of course, always going to be going up. Jace, Blood Crypt, Godless Shrine, Sarah, Sarah the Benevolence on here, going up a little bit. She's been trickling up for ages. Alright, well, that's the big ones. Let's take a quick peek at the other ones, see if there's anything big. Oh, well, the old Cavalier of Thorns, huh? Okay, yeah, this guy's incredibly good. He's approaching a high number, finally. Took him a while. He was, like, really cheap for a long time. It's interesting how this happens. It's, you know, the thing to do, a little side rant here, really is you see a card, you instinctively know that this is a strong card, this is a really good card, but for some reason it's not worth anything. Those are the cards you invest in, because this is what happens eventually. It goes from like $2 to $3 when everybody's just kind of like, man, it's a good card, but is it really worth playing? Eventually it's like, yeah, it's only going to get better with time because of the way they print stuff. All right, well, what else do we talk about? Chandra, Archangel, Nykthos, the Ferocidon, Oath of Nissa climbing up. Nice. Finale of Devastation. Settle down, Finale. All right. Aetherworks Marvel. What the heck is this? Is a mythic? I didn't play it in this time. From Ether Revolt, I think. Oh, pay a bunch of energy. Cast a card. Okay. Whenever permanent you control is put into a graveyard, get an energy. You can spend your energy to play off the top 6 for free. That's kind of cool. All right, Gisela, Broken Blade, and Resplendent Angel. Of course, all these angels are kind of hot right now with the new little 2-drop angel. We're going to skip over Pauper. We're going to go straight to Legacy. We're also going to skip Vintage for now, just because it's basically just a bunch of banned cards all the time and not actually anything playable. All right, Haunting Wind, Big Climb. What the heck is this? Each time an artifact is played or tapped for its activation cost, or its activation cost is played or it's tapped. Okay, it does 1 damage. Okay, it's just a little drain effect for people who are using treasures, basically. That's actually pretty good. You take a damage when you use a treasure. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. Good card. Not surprised to see this one spiking up. Cool. Cool. Wonder if that works for artifact lands too. Is tapping is not an activation cost, I guess, technically. So yeah, this would burn in for your tapping lands too. Interesting. Scrubland, Plateau. These are mostly unlimited. Unlimited's always going way up. Abu Jafar, cool. Sarah Angel, yeah. Gaia's Cradle, all right, nice. Only up 2%, but 2% is significant when you're a $1,000 card. A little Field of Dreams here. Top card of each player's library is always face up. Okay, interesting. Not sure why that's so big, but oh, the Island of Walk pulled back down. Last week it went crazy. Now this week it went down, but it only went down. Oh, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. All right, I'm going to talk about some other cards, some more sleepers that aren't necessarily on these lists that are big things. And honestly, I don't see a whole lot on my list. The biggest one that's not on this list. There's 2 main things. This copy of Dragon has been very hot recently. It just keeps going up every week, so kind of expecting it to, who knows, maybe it's going to get to 100. It's just so popular in so many decks. Obviously the Dragon decks, but also you see it in Changelings, which was recently done on a Command Quarter, whatever, one of those YouTube channels. I don't remember the names of all of them. Command Zone. A guy played it on a Changeling version of it, and it was pretty cool. So that one's been moving. I got another one on my list that it wasn't on any of these lists. I'm kind of surprised because this was a big mover. Youthful Valkyrie out of Kalheim, one of the cheapest angels. This thing's approaching 10 bucks. It went up nearly 5 bucks this week, so it's an uncommon. I think you only get it out of the set boosters. I don't think it's in standard draft boosters. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. So it's not quite as common. But yeah, this one's been climbing a lot. Just really popular. You got to have one in every angel build, basically, for Commander, I think is the big thing. And I don't know if it's seen any other play, but that's the main thing. All right, well, I don't see anything else huge that hasn't already been mentioned. There's a lot of things moving up a couple bucks here and there that not worth quite mentioning, like the dual land of this week from Revised seems to be Taiga. That's the one that's been moving the most up this week. Let's see, I'll mention maybe a few other. Myth Unbound. Myth Unbound is still doing great. This card, it is still climbing away. It went up another 4 or 5 bucks this week, or maybe it just held steady. It's hard to tell for sure sometimes the way they fluctuate, but this card has proved to be strong. All right, I'm going to call it at that one, and I'll see you guys in the next episode next week. Stay cool. Peace.